What is up, all you literary fans and jets? It is your girl Deja, and I'm back with a brand new video on my channel. Okay, so I will be participating in the O.W.L.s Readathon this year. This will be my first time doing it, and I'm actually kind of excited. And my battery is dying. Fucking hate technology. Okay, so now that I have switched to more reliable technology, aka my phone, we can get going on my O.W.L.s tbr. So like I said before, if you guys don't know, the O.W.L.s Readathon, also known as like the Magical Readathon, was created by O.W.L.s. I will have a link down in the description below to the announcement video, because there's like a lot of things going on in this and a lot of things I don't understand, because first of all, I've never read the Harry Potter books. I got like halfway through the first one before I DNF'd it. I waited until I was too older, and it kind of just wasn't for me, but I love doing readathons, so what the heck. But I did watch all the movies, so I have that going for me. So from what I understand, like the owls and the newts are kind of like wizarding exams, right? And so you get to pick a career. So I chose the graphic design career because that's something that I love to do. And I have my handy dandy notes here for me. So the graphic design has actually 4 O.W.L.s certifications that you have to get through. And I believe these roll over into newts, which I believe are coming up in August. Again, don't fact check me on this. Go watch the video. It's a lot more informative than I will ever be. So in order to get your career in graphic design, your first prompt is ancient runes. And since we are studying the heart rune, you must read a book with a heart on the cover. So for this first prompt, I am going to be reading The Upside of Unrequited, I think it's Unrequited, by Becky Albertalli. So I have had this book. I think I got this book the first time I ever went to the North Texas Teen Book Festival, because in order to, I think I need to buy a book in order to like have a certain number of books signed, and so this was the only book by Becky Albertalli that I did not have, and so I got this one. As you guys can see, there's hearts in the eyes right here, and so I figured it was about that time that I, sit down and read this. And once I read this book, I will have read every single book that she's written, which I think is only 4, right? In total, because I know she co-wrote one with Adam Silvera, and that's What If It's Us. So yeah, so this will complete all the Becky Albertalli books, and it will give me my Ancient Runes qualification. Yeah. So the next prompt is charms, and that is to read a book with white on the cover. So for this book, I have Fate of the Fallen by Kel Kate. So I was actually at Barnes & Noble like 2.5 months ago, give or take, and I just so happened to see this book. It was on sale. I got something in my eye. Okay, I got it. So I was at Barnes & Noble. I happened to see this book. It was on sale, and it looked really interesting. Like the cover kind of just like got my attention. And I'm not gonna lie, the only reason this book kind of got my attention is because I thought that he was holding like a human head, but it's just like a sack. So I was a little disappointed, but it got me to pick it up, open it up, read the inside. I was like, high fantasy, adventure, I'm always down for that. So this is white. Like half of this book cover is white, so this is gonna be my charms. My third O.W.L.s certification is the History of Magic, and that is to read a book with a witch or wizard in it. So for this one, I have Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. As you guys can see, I actually started reading this like, I want to say the beginning of this year. I started reading it. I did not get that far. I think I got like 6 chapters in, and her like chapters are really short. I only got like 6 chapters in, give or take. So I'm gonna just start it over, because I actually don't remember what was happening, and I'm going to reread this. As you guys know, they are wizards, right? They do magic. So yes, this follows that prompt, and I'm actually really excited to read this. I have been for a while, but for some reason, every time I've picked it up, something has happened that has caused me to put it down, because I am very much a mood reader. And finally, the last prompt for the graphic design is Transfiguration, which is to read a book that has shape-shifting in it. So I'm taking a little bit of leeway with this one, because most people, when they think of shape-shifting, they think of like werewolves, or they think of like animals, things like that. But for this prompt, I chose In an Absent Dream by Shauna McGuire. So if you guys don't know, this one follows, I think her name is Mundy? Is that her name? Lundy, my bad. This follows the main character Lundy from the first book. If you guys don't know, this book is basically, if you were the first one, you already know, is that she used to be an adult, but in order to not leave her world, she became like a child, or she wanted to like never grow up, but all it did was made her like age backwards, and she's like a child now. So I guess that can count as like shape shifting, because she is shifting her shape of an adult into a child. Like I said, a little bit of leeway on this one. Plus, it's a really short and quick read, and I want to finish this series. So, in an absent dream, it is. So, these are the 4 books that I'm going to be reading for the graphic design career. But if you guys don't know, there are like special seminars and like extra like classes that you can take in order to have like additional, I guess like additional like abilities or like magical gifts. I really do not know the words for these things. Anyway, so I chose Mer People Linguistics because I love learning languages. That is just a personal thing that I do, like Korean, Japanese, Mandarin. Those are all languages that I have been learning or have just recently started to learn. Like the Mandarin, I just recently started. Korean, I've been practicing that for about 1.5 years. My Japanese, it's iffy. So the only extra prompt I have to add on for the Mer People Linguistics is herbology, and that is to read a book starting with M. Again, I looked on all of my shelves, every single one of them, and I literally have one book that starts with the letter M, and I don't feel like reading it because it is literally it's a book about a girl with schizophrenia, and it seems like it's gonna be something like really sad, and I'm already like not in like the happiest of moods all the time, so I wanted to read something a little bit, you know, more uppity. And so again, I'm giving myself a little bit of leeway on this one, and so for this prompt, I'm going to be reading The Book of M by Peng Shepherd, I don't know how to say that name. But yeah, so big old fat M right there. I was just like, you know what? This is probably as good as it's going to get. So I'm going to be reading the Book of M. So I picked this book up. I forgot why. I believe I saw somebody talk about this just in passing on Twitter. And I just happened to go to Barnes & Noble and I saw it. And I was like, there's that book that I was reading about. So I just picked it up and bought it. So I will be going literally further into depth about the books, what they're about. If you guys don't know, during my vlogs, I will be vlogging during the month of April. But that is it for my O.W.L.s Magical Readathon tbr. Wow, it's a mouthful. My O.W.L.s Readathon tbr. I know I said that this year in 2020 I was going to stay away from TBRs, but I need a little bit more structure in my life right now because if you guys know, it's a little hectic out there in the world. So I need a little bit more structure. So creating a TBR for myself is going to help me put things together. But definitely, I've been watching a whole bunch of other people's O.W.L.s. I will link a couple of those videos down below. If you guys are doing the O.W.L.s, the Adderall. If you guys are going to be doing the O.W.L.s Readathon, definitely leave a link down in the description below, down in the comment section. Wow, I'm talking too fast for my brain to catch up. Leave a link down in the comment section down below so I can come watch your videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos from moi, you can like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!